Okay, so we're going to tackle the next fight. If you can't tell from the sound of my voice that it's not quite there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the story segments after this, and that may be why some of the stuff from here is going to have to be delayed a little bit. But otherwise, we're going to attempt the Black Iron heist. In order to rebuild the Paladin from scratch, we'll need a substantial amount of Black Iron. The PACT processing facility in orbit around Anjus' sun currently holds an ancient Ryuvian monolith that was stolen from Ryuvia Prime during PACT's occupation of the planet. We should strike the facility and steal the monolith before PACT has time to bring in reinforcements. The PACT facility is ahead. Remember, we only have a limited time until the Crimson Armada arrives and dusts us. We gotta take out the base's defenses, rush in and get the monolith out before time runs out. Begin operation. So, the time has come. We will be taking 3 shots per turn with Archangel. So if I get the Awaken down to where it's 50, I can immediately Awaken and fire off a pair of shots. Pretty soon she's going to need an upgrade too, so I can do 4 of those and still move to control my inertia and everything. I'm still torn on her assault cannon, man. We'll look at her again in a sec. That's a little too pricey for this stage. Let's look at Osaka. She should be able to just one-shot any mech with this. I'm content with what that's at currently. The only thing I would like to do would be either get the energy cost under control a little bit more or boost this energy. It's just both of those are a little too pricey. The one reason why I'm contemplating this, in case you're wondering, is just for interception purposes. So we'll go ahead and get one of these. Let's go for the Murray. Yeah, I'm not really too keen on boosting the laser. If it were not so expensive, that would be a different story, but it is. Okay, that should suffice. If you could control the boost, I'd love it, but since you can't, I'm very hesitant. Anyway, overall this is not too difficult a mission. Let's begin. In case you're wondering, yes, I did this one off camera, but there was too much going on around me for me to record it, and it was before my voice got this bad. We also should save some of the money for the Paladin stuff, which I will show before we wrap up the video. It's a little interesting, I talked about it in the Paladin Last Stand video, but these are what we need to disable because they have 5 missiles. You can see that it costs 50 energy, so they can only fire 2 a turn, but I don't believe this can move at all, so it's literally just a stationary target.
貴様の期限取りなんか
So the one I want to disable is the closer one because its missiles will not have to travel as far. So with my enhanced gravity gun, how close can we get her? Not enough. Oh well. So for this one, we're just looking for configurations where this will be annoying. We need her to decelerate. We're going to be sending missiles back next turn, so once again... Don't worry, everything you need will come to you. And a lot of stuff you don't need will also come to you anyway. Doesn't really matter if success or fail. The thing we can do to be a little annoying is this. I should have pointed out that they only have assault and kinetics on the mechs. Missiles and torpedoes they have to worry about are going to be coming from the... well, not even that. Thought they had more than just this for missiles, but maybe I'll just have to return those. And then we can correct our course. So their turn. So right there we got him to waste more than half his energy. Then he uses the rest to barrel at Archangel. He stopped really early. Wow. I did not get that to happen last time. Ikari's fans are lining up for autographs. Aw, man. Need to see what those other two carriers are doing to determine how much chaos Ikari can unleash here. That's heartbreaking. Probably should look into HP upgrades for Dominator and Phoenix. Uh-oh. That's not gonna end well for them. Might be able to kill 4 mechs right there.
こちらフィニックス。ああ、ミスっちゃったよ。
Seriously?
仕事だから恨むなよ。もっと早く行けるぜ。
So I'm gonna have to gravity gun one of those guys
あ
to
ら、見てたんですか？
get him off
トラ
course.
クタービーム起動。
That way he'll spin around and then he's gonna have to waste energy to get back in position.
アークエンジェル
1,
ターゲット消滅
2,
排除。ターゲット消滅
and
排除。
3.
ターゲット消滅。だから私のことをスナ
Now
ッ
that I
プ
think
エリア
about
と
it,
呼
this
ぶ
didn't
な。
do anything.
ボタンを押せばいいですよね。テック通信設備を使ってアニソンを放送しました。これで向こうが降参するのも時間の問題でしょう。テックのプラグスーツ緊急避難プログラムを発動させました。
Might be able to kill one of
ヒー
those
ロー参
outright.
上。
Might be able to kill both of them.
レーザー、火の調子が悪いのよ。
Never
それ
mind.
だけ。カリカリまでや1匹ゲット。お任せあれ。待機中。コース入力中。
I have enough for a gravity gun.
みんなが大好きなクロードちゃんだよ。暴れないで。どこにも行かせませ
Need
ん
to
よ
make。sure I don't pull it out of the firing arc.
艦長、ご命令を。遠距離レーザーで着弾確認。
クロード先生が参りましたよ。待機中。待機中。プロトタイプの仕事を人間に
This
さ
was
せる
more of a
な。
random move just because I need to do something.
分かった。
As long as Blue Whale's focusing on Phoenix, I'm content.
敵さんたら視力検査してあげよう。
She spoke too soon.
ライダーが無力化された。
That's a little worrying. It's taking a while for that thing to rev up.
どんな命令でもいいよ、艦長様。命令を。 ターゲットロック、ターゲット消滅、排除、着弾成功、狙撃開始、着弾
Exactly enough
成
to
功。
kill it, I think.
今日はラッキーだよ。発射します。
対命中です。視点防空砲発射、着弾、核敵機撃沈。
了解マレー。何をすればいい？
Yeah, do I really want to play with fire and bring Phoenix closer? And I'm thinking not really.
マレー対命中です。
Actually, if we were just to rotate and drift.
ツインドライブ異常なし。座標入力完了。敵側全訪問。着弾確認。
だから私のことをスナークケディウスと呼ぶな。ライツオフ。
で、ここからはフィニックス出動。ちょっと消えてくる。
うっしゃー。
Overall, this is probably one of the lesser dangerous enemies.
レーザー発射。敵機撃墜。エンジンオン。
And here's where we need to be
あ
annoying.
ら、見てたんですか？敵艦の照準をクロードの自撮り写真と交換。敵通信設備を使ってアニソンを放送しました。こ
Okay,
れで
they're
向
almost
こう
cleared
が
out
交
over
戦す
there.
るのも時間の問題でしょう。投入。たくさんをやっつけました。艦長様、ご褒美ご褒美。
Yeah, that one still has out for Phoenix. Okay, that's a little worrying.
了解マレー。何をすればいい？誰にも負けない速さで。こっちも仕事だから恨むなよ。
Now that should get the carrier that's going after her to, right, it's actually this one, to go right into Sola's line of sight.
ターゲットロック、着弾成功、ロック、着弾成功、ロック、着弾成功。
So this one should be awake now.
だから私のことをスナークケディウスと呼ぶな。敵を無力化した。あら、見てたんですか？
大きいドキ。
何か用か、シールズ。
Okay, next turn I can fire off the repair drones, make sure they're topped off.
マレー準備 OK。
今日はラッキーだよ。修理の仕事か？ 敵機を無力化した。
指示を。目標補足。敵機初着弾確認。このまま進め。
人暴れすればいいよね。エンジン全開。レーザー砲。うわー痛そうだ。あら見てたんですか。投入。
Can't really think of anything else I need to do here.
こ
Here
れ
you
で
go.
元気になる。待機中。今度はもっとマシな指揮を期待するぞ、シールズ。
はい、艦長。
艦長。
So you know what? Let's make that one
今日
easier
は
to
ラッ
hit.
キーだよ。
Or wait, it's this one.
こちらドミネーター。奴らのセンサーを切った。いや、はい。狙撃開始。着弾成功。狙撃開始。着弾成功。排除。ターゲット消滅。ヒーローが通るぞ。道を開けろ。
So let's drift.
いけいけ。アムビーム巻いた。うわー痛そうだ。アイス山盛りいっちゃう。直撃。うっしゃ。
Sadly, I can't fire the assault.
艦長、ご命令を。前進。ターゲットが射撃範囲内に入りました。発射。
準備 OK。エンジンを回せ。
スペルキャスターさあ。
You're distracted, you're distracted.
敵機のフラグスーツ緊急避難プログラムを発動させました。
艦長、ご命令を。このまま進め。
何？プロトタイプの仕事を人間にさ。
この船まで墜落させないでください、艦長。主砲撃て。敵に損傷あり。近場は戦車。さらに一機撃墜しました。
しゃあ。逃がした。直撃。アイス山盛りいっちゃう。うわー敵機撃墜。命令は敵を狙撃する。着弾狙撃開始。着弾成功。ロック。 着弾成功。
Sappers, I don't have anything that can get through its armor. It even has rear armor, so I can't go behind it. Just need to make sure everyone's topped off on HP, and then we can wrap up this turn. Let's see, it's simple.
敵機が撃沈しました艦長。
やった
We've taken care of the base's defenses, Cap. Monolith's as good as
いい
ours.
じゃんシールズ。
I see it. Attaching tow cable. Be careful, it's a lot heavier than it looks.
艦長
We have secured the monolith, Captain. Good. Now let's make ourselves scarce before the rest of the PACT fleet gets here. All units, return to base. We're getting out of here. You can see a nice payday.
So,
These monoliths were once revered by the adherents of the Church. They symbolize the gift of knowledge given from the Infinite Emperor to the believers of the faith. The Church held that merely a slight touch of the monolith was all it took to hear his wisdom. To think that these holy relics are now being desecrated by the masses to be mined for black iron. It is true that even today there's many people on Revia Prime and throughout the Neutral Rim who still worship these monoliths. The Church of Revia still plays a big role in people's beliefs.
そう
Is it truly wise to destroy this monolith? We would surely inspire the Infinite Emperor's fury. Heavenly retribution would be certain.
艦長
Captain, Ryuvian superstitions notwithstanding, countless people mine these monoliths every day, and I assure you, they wake up the next day safe and sound so long as all applicable safety regulations are followed. May I remind you, our entire adventure in the Solar Alliance would be all for naught if Kriska scared stairs were to sit in the mess hall for the entire duration of our journey due to her lacking a rider. Well, this monolith is the property of the Ryuvian Kingdom, so Asaga ranks me here. What do you think we should do, Asaga?
やった
Oh, me? Booyah, let's melt this baby down and get our boy her ride back.
皇帝の名を
Please forgive us our trespasses, Lord Infinite Emperor in heaven. Spare us of your retribution. We are merely your foolish children who know nothing of your wisdom. Give us your generosity, your forgiveness, your... Sorry to rain on your parade, but the Moray doesn't have the facilities to melt this monolith or to construct a rider.
でそのことだけど
I'm gonna have to ship this monolith to Revia Prime and order the construction of the Paladin in our shipyards back home.
ふん
For just one rider, though, it shouldn't take long at all. Don't worry, we can also get the Paladin shipped to us once she's ready, so we only have to make a detour back to Revia Prime.
手続きが完了しましたか
You'll have all the relevant paperwork needed to accomplish this task on your desk within the hour. Oh, right, yeah. Go team, go. So yeah. Paladin is now available in R&D, and I will show it to you. I'm not going to spend any money until the next video, but actually the thing we need to point out before we go any further in this, you have to look at Kriska's social link stuff. So you have the chance to fire an additional shot when you're below a 50%, a chance to fire an additional shot when you're below a quarter, so there's incentive to boosting her HP to make those windows larger. She will revive once upon death, and she will revive at the threshold to get her Iron Fury. And don't forget, Mind of the Alliance will keep her alive once. Or maybe it keeps you permanently alive, I don't really know how that works. And then the random chance to send stuff back at the enemy if you use Guard. So one of the first things we're going to have to look at is Guard. So, you can see the numbers here, plus 30% armor for 2 turns. She still has her massive shield on the left arm, so facing on her is going to be extremely important. As long as you can get crap going into your left side, you can even shrug off a lot of kinetic attacks. The downside, though, is you'll get her move and turn cost. To put into context for you, that's 190 and 230. She moves just as much as the Moray, but the Moray turns better than her. So getting turn cost under control for her would be pretty important. It's just the amount you get per point, I don't really know how viable that's going to be. But anyway, 30% armor. So you can further boost her left side armor to the point where you literally can shrug off a kinetic. Or you can try to spread the love. Just be aware your back will always be squishy. As for Guard, we can boost the amount of hate generated. So I don't think this will be enough for a single red bar, because if we look at Phoenix, we reduce hate by 300 and we didn't see any sort of difference on the aggro gauge. This is plus 400. Maybe it'd be 1, I don't know. You can boost the amount of armor you get, and this is one of the better things to invest in, I think, because you're getting a 20% return for just 200 credits. So your left arm will go up to 150. The connects they were firing at would do like 25 damage in the last mission. As long as we can get stuff on the other sides, this will just ramp up in value significantly. Like, you'll be able to shrug off some assault fire if you can get some points on the front and the right side. I didn't even notice the right was more than the front, but every time you invest in these, it's a 5-point increase, which is like equal to the Murray. So we can go for the duration boost, which of course is a must, because you want that armor buff active as long as possible so you can just start slugging out with the enemy. And you can reduce the energy cost. It's just, that's pretty efficient on its own. It's just, if you want booster max energy, it's a little interesting. As for the assault, I was a little heartbroken that it was only 9 damage, and every time you invest in this, it's just a 1-point increase. I was hoping this would be closer to like the Dragoon's machine gun, or even a few of the different enemies that have better assaults, so that it would actually be more like an offensive weapon, you know, rather than like an intercept, but it is what it is. You can drop its cost down to 20. As long as you only have to spin the paladin around, you can be pretty efficient. Now for the missiles, we can invest in more ammo, self-explanatory. You can make your missiles go faster, self-explanatory. This also makes them a little harder to intercept too, which is not so self-explanatory. And then you can boost their damage, which is an additional 5 damage per missile. Now, since she fires... how many missiles? Is it 10? So you're getting a 50 damage increase, and you figure, how many do they intercept? What I'm trying to get at is I'm not too impressed by this. I may want to get 1 point in upgrade so I can fire 2 missiles to be like a death sentence on something, but I'm not going to go crazy. And then your bread and butter weapon, the kinetic, of course. By default, it fires 2 shots at once, so we're dealing, as is, 400 damage if both connect. So there's strong emphasis for boosting your accuracy to get both to connect. You can further increase the number of shots you get, like the Murray's broadside, so this will just multiply this. And then you can lower its energy cost because it is freaking expensive, man. This is a must. The only downside, though, is it caps at 50 energy. So if you had this maxed with no energy increases, the capacity increases, you can fire your kinetic twice per turn. And if you have the shots upgrade, you're firing a total of 8 kinetic rounds for a grand total of, right now, that'd be 1600 damage per round, enough to sink a carrier or a capital ship. So you can see the Paladin is not really a slouch, it's just we have to actually play with it to see how bad its mobility is. Now the other number I need to point out is its evasion, so it's a 20. So just to put this into context for you, here's Spellcaster at 10, Phoenix at 30, you have Archangel at 15, Dominator at 10, High Roller at 20, and of course the Murray at 30, because I think I gave it one, no I didn't give it an evasion boost, so yeah. This is kind of like a capital ship with 2 legs. That's the main thing to take away from it. So in the next video, when we actually go into combat, I will work on customizing the Paladin, but otherwise, give it some thought. What would you do? And we'll try to figure out how we can keep powering forward. Now, the one thing I will warn you about is you will want to boost the movement cost on this one, because we're coming to a pretty annoying part that they actually nerfed in the most recent patch as of this video. So some mobility is a must, but we'll leave the details for that till then. I'm the Hero of Light, thanks for watching, and goodbye.